Hello everybody and welcome back to another Sicky Does MMA video. Today we will be talking about our best bets before tomorrow night's UFC 282 card. I'm looking forward to it. Took a bit of a hit, like I said in my prediction video. Like, we had so many good fights, but they've all been cancelled. Like Robbie Lawler's out of it and just so many others. Like Yuri Prochazka and I think there's like another one I'm missing. But yeah, I'm still looking forward to it. Let's earn some cash. But yeah, I'm going to get into the best bets for UFC 282, just in my opinion. Starting off with our first fight, we have, I think it's the first fight of the night, isn't it? Cameron Simon, and it is indeed. I'm going to go with MSP Moneyline here. I think it's a solid parlay piece, and fight doesn't go the distance. Let me just check what that is. I mean, I'd say Simon is a slight minus 400. I don't like it for a guy who's making his UFC debut. But from what I've saw of his Dana White Contender Series fight, his defensive grappling against this guy, Koslu, who likes to have a very grapple heavy game, BJJ heavy style. I think he's going to be able to deal with that, and I'm really impressed with MSP. He's only 21 years of age. He's going to be making many improvements, and you know, fight doesn't go the distance, is minus 250, so you can even add that as a parlay piece. Cameron Simon sitting at minus 400. I have him. One of my bets is Cameron Simon parlayed with Edmund Shabazian and Ankalaev. But yeah, those lines have been absolutely hammered. I've got Magomed Ankalaev at minus 275. He's now minus 300, and Edmund Shabazian's minus 300 still. Very confident Edmund Shabazian could get that get the job done in that matchup for sure. But yeah, Cameron Simon, I think he wins this and stops him maybe in the third round or so, maybe second round. But yeah, I don't see this going the distance, so maybe that as like a parlay piece isn't too bad. But I have Simon in a parlay. Going on, I mean, this fight's kind of hard to attack in my opinion. I'd say the best bet is just money line, like a money line side. I don't know if this will go the distance. I really don't. This is one of my matchups I'm just staying away from altogether here. It's such a hard fight to predict. It's literally a pick'em at this point. Both minus 110 on Bet365. I'm pretty sure. Let me just check that. Yeah, they are. So it's a pick'em fight. Like, I don't know. I really don't know who's gonna come out on top in this matchup. From what I've seen of Eric Silva, he's very, good at grappling. His BJJ is very good, but TJ Brown's really good at wrestling. He's got decent hands, decent kicks, decent BJJ. I don't know, because Eric Silva's records are kind of sus. Like, the opponents he's fought, like even his Dana White Contender Series fight, that guy, that glory kickboxer, had no grappling whatsoever. I probably could have taken him down. I'm bullshitting, but yeah. Billy Q taking on Alexander Hernandez. I don't mind fight not going the distance here. I really don't. Alexander Hernandez moving down in weight class, which is never a good sign. He's actually quite a fast, quite a powerful, and quite a big lightweight, and he's moving down, so his chin is going to be even more chinnier than he already is. And his cardio is questionable. When he gets into the later rounds, he starts to really gas, and Billy Q ain't going to slow down. So I'm definitely going to pick Billy Q in this matchup. Billy Q money line ain't a bad play. I think he's minus 170 now. He's about minus 170. I don't mind you attacking that line pretty hard. I think he should get he should just piece him up in the second and third round. Maybe a close first round, but second and third, if he wins by decision. But I think he'll get him out of there, because Alexander Hernandez is very chinny. He has quit before, and his cardio's not great, and he's moving on a weight class. Just all those signs are never a good sign, just in my opinion. Joaquin Buckley, I say fight to start round 2 in a parlay, or over 1.5. I don't really see anyone getting finished here in this matchup. Both guys very tough. Joaquin Buckley has showed to be a bit chinny, but I don't think his chin is that bad. I think both guys are very durable. Both guys are just very ball. They like to throw hands a lot. You know, I'd say King Buckley has that kicking, more of a kicking game to his style, but I'd see back and forth scrap, very close, maybe 2-1. Whoever wins this by decision. So yeah, fight to start round 2 is not a bad parlay piece whatsoever. A very hard matchup to predict, to be honest. I wouldn't mind just go for it with underdog. I think Chris Curtis is the underdog. Let's see what he. Yeah, plus 140s. Plus 140. Edmund Shabazian. I think this will not. I do not see this going the distance. What is going the distance for this? You could do the under 2.5. Under 2.5 is minus 188. I'm probably going to put down a parlay. I do not see this going the distance. Dalcha has gassed very heavily. Edmund has gassed very heavily. But all I really see in this matchup is Edmund just piecing him up, jabbing him, left his food on the pipe, and like high kicks, leg kicks, body kicks. I just see him piecing him up the whole fight and finding the finish. I don't think Dalcha Linguimbulla is very good. He kind of relies on his athleticism too much and his power, and I don't see that really working against Edmund Shabazian. Edmund Shabazian hasn't had problems on the feet when he's fresh, when he's fighting a guy like this. At this level, I see him just destroying Dalcha Linguimbulla. I have him in a parlay, Edmund, but he's still minus 300. So yeah, parlay piece with Edmund, but there's many questions surrounding him right now. Like, is he like what's he like? I don't know. Like, is his confidence gonna be shot? Like, he's only 25 and he's had three big losses in a row, dominated in every single one. Yeah, he's been training over at AKA, working on that wrestling, so all good signs. Trying to get different looks compared to his fucking dog shit trainer he has. Oh god, worst timing. Of course, my monitor is starting to like one of those monitors that are just terrible. You have to put the cable back in. They're terrible. Don't know why they're like that. And support. Trying to see my other bets, but yeah, going on up to card. Josina Rosenstrike. I just go Rosenstrike money line. I don't see Chris Dawkins winning this, to be honest. What's it, minus 170? What's he sitting on? Bet 365. That's only really one I use. Probably not the best for props. I would use Betway for props. Yeah, minus 170. I think he's going to KO in the first round, to be honest. I don't think Chris Dawkins is very good. He's got decent hands, but I see Josina Rosenstrike landing a big hook and a big right hook counter. I really don't know how Chris Dawkins could win this. Maybe just try and piece him up and win a decision here. Maybe get a late second round TKO or something. But I don't see him winning this matchup, to be honest. Moving on up the card. I mean, really, you kind of just pick a money line here because it'll probably go for that 2.5. Fight goes to decision, for sure. But Raul Rusus Jr. has definitely the BJJ advantage here. The grappling's on his side, in my opinion. I mean, Jay Perrin's got decent wrestling. On the feet, it's very close. I'd say Jay Perrin has the hands, but Paul Rusus Jr. has the kicking advantage. But the thing with Raul Rusus Jr., he has good stand-up, but it doesn't feel like he believes in his stand-up, if that makes sense. He has to believe in his stand-up at this, especially at this level, the UFC level. If he can believe in his stand-up, I see him winning this matchup for sure. So yeah, I mean, Paul Rusus Jr., maybe a parlay, but I don't know. I'm not really I'm staying away from that, to be honest, and just watching that as a fan. And Bryce Mitchell versus Ilya Topuria. I'm probably just going to take the shot on the Ilya Topuria money line. I see him having the grappling to defend all the takedowns, especially the submission threats. Obviously, we know Bryce Mitchell's very good in the ground with his BJJ. He's had 2 twisters in the UFC or 1, and he's attempted, I don't know, something like that. very good in the ground. He's got decent wrestling, but I see Ilya Tapura stopping all those wrestling, all those like takedown attempts from Bryce Mitchell. And I do see this being a stand-up fight, and I'm gonna go with the guy who has more power in his hands. I mean, Bryce Mitchell could win the minutes, but I see the body shots from Ilya Tapura landing. I see him going up high with a high after those body shots, and I do see him flipping Bryce Mitchell and TKOing in the second round. So yeah, give me Ilya Tapura in this matchup. Moving on up the card, we have Dricus Du Plessis taking on Darren Till. This is a tough matchup to call. I'm going to go with Dricus Du Plessis. I just don't see... I'm not picking a guy that I've got questions over his... Like, what's he doing? Like, bro, have you seen his chest? Like, look at his chest versus Robert Whittaker. Then look at his chest now. Like, he doesn't have a chest anymore. It's like he can't get into tip-top shape like he used to. I mean, he's apparently been working really hard this camp, but I'm not seeing him being in tip-top shape like he was against Robert Whittaker. And Dricus Du Plessis is going to come out in tip-top shape. This guy's a specimen. But anyway, like, even if he was in tip-top shape, I see Dricus Du Plessis winning the grappling exchanges here. People forget that this guy, or they don't know, Dricus Du Plessis is mainly a grappler here. He's got many submissions, he's got many guillotines, many rear naked chokes on his record, and he has it late in rounds. If you look at all the submissions he has on his record. So here we have guillotine late in round 1, guillotine late in round 2, guillotine late in round 3, rear naked choke late in round 2, late in round 2, late in round 1. You see, they're all late. So if he's not winning the striking exchanges, expect him to mix it up and try and get Darren Till to the ground midway through a round and work towards a submission. I do see him submitting Darren Till late in the second round here, or maybe even first. I just don't think Darren Till's BJJ is good at all. I mean, from what we've seen against Derek Brunson, yeah, he got taken down, his knee was shot, and he had injuries, but everything against Robert Whittaker, against Tyrone Woodley, like, he looked clueless on the ground when it hit there. He's got decent takedown defense, don't get me wrong, but I see Dricus Du Plessis just outmuscling him, throwing him to the ground, getting position control, and finding a way to the back, and getting the hooks in and getting a rear naked choke in this matchup. I'm going to go with a guy who has multiple ways to win in this matchup. I only see Darren Till winning this matchup by Dricus Du Plessis coming in with the way he does, and maybe pull countering with his left hand. I don't see Darren Till winning minutes in this matchup. I see Dricus Du Plessis winning minutes, and I see multiple ways for him to win this fight. So I'm going to go with Dricus Du Plessis. He could even knock him out. Moving on up card, we have Santiago Ponzinibbio taking on Alex Morono. I'm going to go with Santiago Ponzinibbio. I think Alex Morono, he's always a guy that's training. He's always a guy that's in the gym. He's a coach for many guys with, I forgot his name, the coach. He's always at every UFC event. He's going to be in the gym all the time if he's coaching. So don't expect him to come in with a terrible shape. Santiago Ponzinibbio, very powerful guy, great leg kicks, very durable. He's been knocked out by Li Jingliang, but apart from that, he's very durable. And that was off like a 4-year layoff when he had like multiple injuries. He hasn't been the same since he came back, which is unfortunate. I thought he was going to be like a top 5 guy after that Neil Magny performance, but unfortunately that injury has kind of halted his career and kind of like ruined his career, to be honest, because I think everyone expected him to go on and be like a top contender, because he was on like an 8-fight win streak, wasn't he, at that point when he came back and fought Li Jingliang. So yeah, Yeah, but anyway, I see Santiago Ponzinibbio landing big and KOing Alex Morono here. Alex Morono, in his last matchup, he fought Matt Semmelsberger, and Matt Semmelsberger caused him lots of problems. And I think Santiago Ponzinibbio is at levels above Matt Semmelsberger in the striking department and power department. Matt Semmelsberger almost came back in the third round and KO'd Alex Morono. I was sweating because I bet Alex Morono as an underdog. I think he was plus 170. I just thought Alex Morono was going to win minutes, and he did, thankfully. Yeah, so I'm going to just go with the Santiago Ponzinibbio money line. I could see this going over the 1.5, but I would be kind of sweating bullets, to be honest. Going up the card, we have Paddy Pimblett taking on Paddy Pimblett taking on Jared Gordon. Jared Gordon, I mean, if you're gonna bet Jared Gordon, just bet him by decision. What's that up? Plus 300, I'd say. Plus 400. Yeah, plus 450. For Jared Gordon, I don't see Paddy getting KO'd here or getting submitted. Definitely not submitted by Jared Gordon. Paddy Pimblett's a very good grappler. Like, he has very slick submissions, good transitions. Even on his back, he's very good. I mean, he got controlled by Jordan Levitt, but Jordan Levitt's no joke on the ground, and he submitted Jordan Levitt, so that's pretty impressive right there. But yeah, Jared Gordon, I think he can win the minutes on the feet. If he can keep it standing, I think he can win the minutes on the feet. Paddy Pimblett isn't a very good striker, but I do see Paddy Pimblett getting Jared Gordon's back and submitting him by rear naked choke in this matchup. I don't mind Paddy Pimblett a parlay, really. I mean, minus 275 is kind of hard to bet solo unless you're betting, you know, big. Yeah, Paddy Pimblett by what? TKO? Yeah, by stoppage, he's minus 110. Not really that good either. So Paddy Pimblett is just a parlay piece with, like, I don't know, let's do Paddy Pimblett parlayed with Dolce Lundgren Bullet and Edmund Shabazi under 2.5, or round doesn't start round 3. You know, something like that. Just try and be smart with your bets. Like, envision a matchup and see how it's going. Look at many options, such as, like, what let's see, I'm gonna parlay a fighter like Paddy Pimblett. Like I said, you could do the fight doesn't start round 3 with this fight, or you could do over 1.5. You could do the starts round 2. Fight doesn't go with this. Like, you could do many options here. And then for the main event, I think Magomed Ankalaev's gonna get the job done here. I think he has more options to win. I think the grappling he can utilize in this matchup, I don't think it's a complete whitewash on the feet. I think Jan Blachowicz is very good in the feet, man. Very good fighter in the feet, as we've seen against Israel Adesanya. He checked all those leg kicks, and you know, Magomed Ankalaev, if he's gonna throw leg kicks, he could be in trouble in this matchup. Jan Blachowicz is so good at checking leg kicks. I mean, I watched the Jan Blachowicz versus Israel Adesanya fight the other day, and he was checking almost every single leg kick, turning his shin in, turning his shin out, you know, countering off a leg kick, throwing his own leg kicks back, and, you know, very impressive performance that, striking wise, parrying all of Israel Adesanya's jabs, just super well done by Jan Blachowicz. But Magomed Ankalaev, I think the wrestling here is going to be the difference. I think the wrestling is going to open up the strikes, and I do see him getting a late stoppage in the 5th round. I don't mind 4th, 5th decision for Magomed Ankalaev here at all. I don't know what you'll get that at, to be honest. I'm sure you'll get better odds than a minus 300 for sure. Anyway, you could get it early, but I see it being a very slow paced fight. We've seen Magomed Ankalaev kind of cruise to decisions, cruise through rounds, win the rounds, and just pick up the points, especially against like Thiago Santos. I was about to say Santiago Ponzinibbio. Thiago Santos, he did that. He was kind of doing that against Anthony Smith until Anthony Smith got that injury. But yeah, I do see that happening. The fourth and fifth decision isn't a bad play at all. Or Magomed Ankalaev in a parlay, like I said, I have him in a parlay with Edmund Shabazian and Cameron Simon, MFP. But yeah, there you have it. There's all my kind of like breakdown of the fights with some decent bets. I'm sure you go on Twitter and find, people like, I'm gonna see here, like the over 1.5 in the Magomed and Ankalaev fight. Let me see. Over 1.5 in the Magomed and Ankalaev fight. I don't mind. That is at minus 275. I mean, that's a decent parlay piece right there. Parlay that up with a fighter you think that's gonna win, like he's a kind of a lock. Cameron Simon, kind of a lock. There's not really many locks in this card. Like Dricus Duplessis, you could go. That's not a lock, but I'm just saying, like, a guy who you think is gonna win. But yeah, let's go through more. Let's see more options. Over 1.5 or the under 1.5 and not the Silva fight. Everyone was on. But yeah, Billy Q versus Alexander Hernandez under 1.5. What do you get that at? Or under 2.5. You get that at what plus 110. So yeah, but shout out to Blood Money MMA for that. Yeah, under 2.5 isn't a bad bet for that fight at all. That's a plus 110 in the Billy Q versus Alexander Hernandez fight. What else do we have? I don't mind, like, even Chris Curtis, like, I'm not sure. I'm on Joaquin Buckley. I'm gonna go Chris Curtis. I think Chris Curtis can win the minutes here. I mean, in his last matchup, like, he fought Jack Hermanson, he wasn't very active at all. He was kind of just complaining, very low fight IQ, didn't know how to cut off the cage at all. He was just following Jack Hermanson. Jack Hermanson won a very boring decision. But yeah, there you have it. There's all my bets. But they're kind of all my plays. Hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you in the next one. Please go to my TikTok. That's Sicky MMA. Got loads of content up in there, doing all my YouTube all my edits, such as like all of these. I got all my shorts. I'm uploading them as well to YouTube as well. So yeah, go and check that out. Sicky MMA on TikTok. Sicky does MMA on Twitter. Just, go check them out. I will see you in the next one. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave some comments down below and tell me your bets. Tell me all your plays. So yeah, see you in the next one. Peace.